Bond 8, is it real or is it fake? I'm going to break down with psychology and body language bit by bit to tell you so that we at the end can have a very clear answer whether it's real or fake or not. A little background, I don't watch these types of videos, they're not on my For You page. One of my girls does though, and she sent it to me and said, hey, that thing you taught me about the forehead isn't showing here, so this is fake, right? And I watched it, and at first watch through, I was like, I'm feeling it's fake. My subconscious has been trained for so long to understand body language and psychology, it just can make assumptions this quick. But I'm going to show you a bunch of pieces of body language and psychology. Here's the thing though, I'm trained in this. The average human is about 40 to 50% correct when it's trying to detect deceit. Somebody that's known as a human lie detector by his friends, coworkers, employees, things like that, I'm only about 60% correct. But I'm going to teach you how to accurately detect deceit, but be careful how you use this. You want as many pieces of evidence to point to the same answer as possible. Let's begin.
Does he realize that we can...
The video begins, and a lot of people call it a lie here. They call it a lie because of the fact that they're watching the video, or they're recording the video right from the beginning. But if we look at the screen here, the call has been going on for about 53 to 54 seconds before the video starts. So it didn't start right away, but knowing psychology, you have to think about the fact that she saw it on the screen and it only took her 55 seconds to process, or 54 seconds at the most, to process that her boyfriend of, as we've seen later on in the video, of years is cheating on her. She has to process this information, then decide to turn to her friend and say, turn it on. She also has to decide whether she wants to make a video about this, exposing him, or hide it so that people don't know that she's being cheated on. That is a big decision for a woman that's stuck in that situation forcibly. I don't think it would take only 53 seconds for her to decide what she wants to do with that and to converse to her friend for them to both put this together. This is one of the biggest pieces of evidences for me that point that it is fake, but let's continue on because like I said, more pieces pointing to the same direction is the only way you're going to know whether it's true or not.
See literally who he's talking to?
I can't.
Does that
what do I say? No, I'm so serious. What do I say? I'm actually gonna throw up. This is disgusting. No, turn the flash off.
Now here two things happen, which is what made me kind of indecisive about whether it's fake or not. She does very, very well at reacting. She touches here quite a bit, which is a nervous behavior or pacifying behavior or something to try to soothe us when we're in discomfort. Women do it a lot when they're uncomfortable. Touching the notch here and protecting it is something we do when we're under high stress. That would lead to the fact that it may be possibly real. The other thing she's doing that makes me think it's real is she's doing what's called eye blocking. She's blocking her eyes from what she's seeing on the screen and him. We eye block when our brain doesn't like something that's going on. In fact, eye blocking happens even when we're in the womb. For loud sounds, we'll eye block and cover our eyes to try to get away from what is causing us discomfort. Even though eye blocking never stops the issue that we're actually experiencing because now it's in our head or it's a sound or something like that, it is a very big sign that we are under stress. Another point that points to the fact that it may be true. Let's continue.
Who was that?
Well, that was my mom.
You were just talking to your mom on the phone?
Yeah.
Here's another sign that we're seeing that it may be true. Her covering her or hiding her lips and sucking them in. We do this when we're uncomfortable, when we're nervous, when we're under high stress. She does it quite often. Now, it's one of the things that we're taught in psychology, even if you have a base level of psychology that we do that. She could be acting this, but we need to pay attention to where they're happening and what severity they are. Are they looking like they're over severe or not? Another thing I want to point out, and I'm going to point it out here so you can watch it throughout the video. When we are under pain and hurt, we do one thing very specifically all the time, and it's this. This is the pain center. This is where most humans show their pain on their face. They'll show it there because that's how we are wired. Most things that are being reacted on a natural level are controlled by the limbic brain. The limbic brain doesn't give a flying shit about whether something's true or not. But it will only show signs in certain areas if we're being truthful. And pain and hurt always shows up here. Always. You have an interview with a couple parents saying that their kid's missing and they don't know where they went, and that's not happening. Guess what? They know where the kid went. Throughout the video, she never does this, and this is what one of my girls is talking about. She never does it in any of the videos, which is a huge flag to the fact that this is fake. But she does have a stud here, and it could be a piercing. It could be just something she glued on. She also does look like her forehead looks I'm not saying that she has plastic surgery or anything, but she could. Maybe that's why that area is not responding. Could be. Let's continue to watch and see if there's other signs.
She says hi.
What do you have your mom in your phone as?
Mother?
You sure about that?
Yes, my mom in my phone is mother.
Why were you just talking?
Now with him, he's not the best actor. But once again, we can turn this into something else. We can say he's not a good actor because a few times he smiles during the video. Now, the smile and the way he does it makes it seem like it's fake. However, sometimes when people are caught in lies, caught in things like cheating, they smile because of nerves. Once again, this isn't the most clear sign. It does point and it does tell me that there's something up with this video that isn't quite real. Also, the fact they like to cut a lot when he's in camera makes me think he is breaking out laughing. Also, the camera girl always seems to stay behind him throughout all the videos. It's probably because he's not the best actor. Let's continue on.
Talking to Blonde 8
I have no idea what you're talking about.
on your phone. You were talking to someone that said Blonde 8.
I was talking to my mother.
Do you not?
Now here's another behavior that's incorrect. When we are going through discomfort and we're upset, we tend to cover what's called the ventral area where all our organs are because we want to protect them. The brain doesn't understand that it's not a threat that can hurt us. It's just feeling emotional pain, so it wants to protect it. She has her purse down lower on her lap, and she's tending to touch her leg by her knee instead of holding her hands closer to here. What happens usually when a girl finds out that their guy is cheating is they'll cover the ventral area because the brain senses danger and wants to save the area that is the most important to it, which is why when we get hypothermia, all our blood shuts down from our limbs and goes to our organs. Our brain understands this as well, and we will often protect. There's going to be another video where I'm going to show you where she's once again not protecting her ventral side. And this is a big sign of whether she's actually in discomfort or whether it's an act.
At this point, it's about proving a point. Pull up the call log.
I'm pulling up the call log.
It's right there. Blonde 8.
That's a glitch.
Now this part is interesting because he deletes a number that's above it, which is a missed call, which is weird. There's two pieces of information that we can gather from this. Number one, at first I was like, why did he delete the wrong number and then purposely leave Blonde 8? Which is, if a guy's caught in something, usually they're just going to delete it. He hasn't noticed that the camera is going on behind him. He hasn't looked forward because, like I said, I think they know he's a bad actor, or he hasn't looked behind him. But the other thing is, and this is a key point, if a missed call happened between when he had the conversation with Blonde 8, because I can't see the name. It looks like Mother to me, but it could be fucking, I don't know. But if he did miss a call, right? Why didn't it show up on the fucking screen? Let's continue.
Don't talk to me.
Come here. We're locking the door.
Now, going into this video, we see the part where she's having her friend come in and we see a desync between what psychology is supposed to be. She's telling her to come in while she's already coming in, and her brain, this one's going to be the hardest one for me to explain to you because this is just something I pick up without really having the body language or vocal tone to kind of tell you it. It's mostly going to be in the vocal tone. Her vocal tone when she says come in, it's like it was scripted. Her brain just said it because she knows it's part of the script, but that girl's already coming in and she quickens it up to kind of stop it so it doesn't seem out of place. But now we're going to come into the stuff that's very, very important of whether this is actually real or fake. And the whole answer to this question comes down to this scene. Let's check it out.
Oh.
Kayla, can we just talk about this?
No.
Hey, babe.
Who's this?
This is Hannah. Who is this?
This is Kayla. I just caught him lying about who this was to me on the phone.
Now, the first hint is when the girl says her name is Hannah, she's laughing. Granted, like I said, people, when they're caught in something uncomfortable, can laugh. Granted, later on in the video, she says that she really doesn't really know anything about this guy, which if she didn't know that he had a girl, if she didn't know that, there'd be no reason for her to be uncomfortable or caught off guard. But that's not the big sign in the room. The big sign in the room is a few things. We talked about how we cover our lips. We cover our lips when we're uncomfortable. It happens at 2 times. The beginning of the script, because this is important, because she's now thinking about presenting. At the beginning of the call, she does it, and in another time, which I'm going to show you in a second. They only happen twice. Now, the interesting part about this is if you are scripting something and you want to pretend it's not, if you want to pretend it's real, never ever show your legs or feet. Do you see how she's standing? Hand on the hip could mean that she's upset about something. Makes sense. It's an aggressive body language. It's good. It's correct. However, her legs betray the living shit out of the entire thing. Our legs and feet are the most honest. They are connected to the limbic brain, and most humans that know psychology and body language, which this girl clearly does, do not know that the legs and the feet will always tell the truth. The one thing you will not do when your brain feels like you're under attack or you're stressed or you're upset is cross your legs. That is a calm, docile, I'm comfortable thing. That does not happen under any type of stress of the limbic brain. The reason being is when you cross your legs standing up, it's very easy for somebody to just go like that and knock you over. And the limbic brain is in a defensive state and will stop you from doing that no matter what. The only time you do that is when you're comfortable. And that is the behavior that, with all the other evidence, shows that the scene is entirely fake and scripted. There is no way the limbic brain would ever allow you to cross your legs. That being said, if you like the video, feel free to like it. I am a male dating coach. I teach body language and psychology to men and women as well. If you're not interested in that, please don't follow. I'm just trying to educate people and help my followers and my clients and things like that. But if you do like the video, drop a like. And thank you for your time.